Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and welcome to another Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. and Ask Me About Bolivar. You know, for the last 3 weeks now, we've been talking about, or 2 weeks, we've been talking about Fort Travis, and this is a 5-part series. This is week 3. And so we're getting into the batteries of Fort Travis. The first one was a general overview. Last week we talked about Battery 236, and today we're going to talk about the Kimble Battery. You know, Fort Travis is one of those locations that if you haven't been there and you're in Southeast Texas, it's definitely a place to see. Not only its elevation shows off Galveston Bay, the ships, tankers, and cruise ships, but the Texas history that it holds. And that's why I was excited when we started working on these, and want to thank Judith Rinks for helping me in the history of Fort Travis. She's got a book coming out, and we talked about it last week, but I go through and write up everything, and then she goes through and checks it, probably corrects some of my spelling too. But I just want to thank Judith and then Ralph Stencil for all the work he's done out at Fort Travis. And we're working on seeing when we can get the fort open, maybe the 1st of 2024, to you to come down and see inside. But you can go to our website, BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com, or look up Fort Travis, Bolivar Peninsula, and we actually have a 360 walkthrough, 3D or 4D walkthrough of Battery 236, and we're working on getting the Kimble Battery up. So let's take a dive today in the history, the build, look inside and out of the Kimble Battery. Guardians of the Gulf, the untold story of Battery Kimble at Fort Travis. In the midst of changing times for naval warfare during the early 20th century, coastal defenses faced a pressing need for upgrades. The year 1915 marked a turning point, prompting the establishment of 2 12-inch gun batteries at the Galveston forts, Battery Hoskins at Fort Crockett, and now unique Battery Kimble at Fort Travis. Today we take a look into the fascinating history of Battery Kimble, recounting its construction, its distinctive features during World War I, and its remarkable survival through the turbulence of World War II. The evolution of coastal defenses. As battleship designs evolved with heavier armor and more potent ordnance, the necessity for enhanced coastal artillery became evident. The response to this challenge was the construction of Battery Kimble at Fort Travis. Unlike its predecessors, Battery Kimble featured an earth-covered bunker, a testament of the changing nature of warfare. World War I innovations. Battery Kimble stood out from its predecessors due to its advanced design. The earth-covered bunker housed rooms for powder, shell storage, plotting, generators, switchboards, and even latrines. On each end of the bunker, the gun placements were strategically placed. Construction on Kimble Battery commenced in August 1917, and by May 1922 it was officially transferred to the artillery. The mythical tunnels of Fort Travis. Over the years, myths and legends surrounded Fort Travis, particularly tales of the tunnels beneath its surface. However, the truth is more intriguing. Battery Kimble indeed had tunnels, but not for the fantastical purposes rumored. 2 small mechanical instrument tunnels in Battery Kimble facilitated communication and control cables between the plotting rooms and gun emplacements, a testament to the intricate planning of the battery. World War II challenges and unique preservations. As World War II unfolded, the large round gun pads of Battery Kimble became prime targets for enemy planes. Plans were made to casement the battery, covering it entirely in concrete and earth. However, as the war's tide turned in favor of the Allies, the need for such fortifications diminished. In 1943, Battery Kimble's guns were removed and sent to Battery 520 in the harbor defense of Charleston. One-of-a-kind legend. Remarkably, Battery Kimble stands as a sole survivor among the 4 remaining 12-inch World War I batteries that were not case-matted. It boasts a distinctive 20-foot rear gallery, making it truly one of a kind. Today, Battery Kimble serves as a living testament to the evolution of coastal defenses and the resilience of historical landmarks in the face of changing times. Well, as you can see, a lot of thought and process, and at the time, Fort Travis and the Kimble Battery was state of the art. We just outgrew it and won a little bit. So we're excited about all the work we've done on or seen on Fort Travis and Ask Me About Bolivar shows. We now have 2 shows left, the Ernest Battery and the Davis Battery, and those will be coming up over the next 2 weeks. But we're going to take a week off that week between Christmas and New Year's and have a show on our beachfront, because with New Year's Eve, it's going to be a place you want to be. Now we're going to kick off 2024 with a great show. In fact, 4 shows about the Bolivar Lighthouse. We're excited about it. We've just finalized everything, and we're starting recording now. And so when we kick off 2024, we're going to have 2 weeks talking about the history of the Bolivar Lighthouse, including the storms and its build. And then we're also going to have 2 weeks on what the replacement or the rebuild of it is and how it's going to affect Bolivar and how you'll be able to see inside and maybe take a trip to the top. So we're excited about kicking off 2024 with the Bolivar Lighthouse series and look forward to all the recordings and video that we're going to have in it, because we're going to take you inside and out of the houses and the lighthouse from top to bottom. We're going to head on back. We'll be back next week on Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. with another Ask Me About Bolivar. This time we'll be covering the Ernest Battery. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. The Big Store, located at 2385 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, on Bolivar Peninsula. If you're on Bolivar Peninsula and you need anything, stop by the Big Store, where you'll be greeted by a staff of smiling faces and a staff that's eager to help you find what you're looking for. The Big Store is a fully stocked grocery store with fresh fruits and vegetables, meat department with hand-cut steaks, canned goods, dairy products, frozen foods, and beer and wine. The Big Store is also home to a gift shop, camping and fishing supplies, RV supplies, tools and hardware, and home goods, all under one roof. The Bolivar Peninsula Superstore, like they say, if the Big Store doesn't have it, chances are you really don't need it. For more information on the Big Store and their weekly sales ad, please visit www.thebigstore.us.